grab one thing real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to bring in our newest guest, our newest member of the New Music Inferno family. They come all the way from Canada. Yes, we have a Canadian. We have musicians from Canada that's not Nickelback on this show. Uh, I just had to do something funny there, Graham. So I made up that intro on the spot. So let me bring him in right now. Let me bring in the man, the one, the only Graham, aka Devarrow. And we will bring him on right now. Let me get this up here. Get this on board so we can see each other on there. And we are live. He has a new album called Heart Shape Rock out now. And man, oh man, I was listening to this record. I was looking at the videos, and I'm loving it. I'm loving this stuff, Graham. I'm just putting out some tweets so people know we're live as well. That's what I'm doing. But Graham, talk about this record first. How did this record come together for you? Like, where were you in your headspace this time around writing this record? I know you've been writing for a while. You've been performing as a musician. You're also a carpenter. You're in a bus house, which is awesome. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
In
for
so
sure.
short time, but let's talk about the music. How did this album come together for you?
Yeah, well, first off, I'll just say that I'm pleased to be here and to have the opportunity to share. So thank you. I well, I guess it came about literally in a bus. I mean, it's on the album cover of this latest record, um, Heart Shaped Rock. It's an old school bus without front tires or an engine or a wheel that came on a property that I got in 2021 and started working on and building a place there and renovating this old bus. And while I was spending a lot of time there, I was, I guess, realizing a lot of things in my life that felt like something I'd want to share and put into music and put into a record. And for me, that was really just kind of at its core, it was about caring less about the things that don't matter and caring more about the things that do, and the reality that it's sometimes really hard to distinguish which one is which. And like that's the joy, is trying to figure it out. And then when you find something that you're like, oh, actually this really is great, then embracing that and celebrating that. And yeah, and I think also the the title of the record, Heart Shaped Rock, also is kind of reflective of where I was at, in that, I literally go down to the beach, where this bus is right by a beach, in rural Nova Scotia, Canada, right on the East Coast, and would go out wandering the beach, not looking for heart-shaped rocks, but sometimes you would just find them, and it was always like a little pleasure, a little surprise. And I was like, actually, that's kind of what this record's about. It's about actually trying to care less about the process of making music and trying to care less about just things in life that don't really matter. And when you do that, sometimes you're open to seeing things that maybe you wouldn't see otherwise. So my hope is that, the record comes across that way and comes across as carefree, and is a real kind of pushback on this folk aesthetic that I personally feel a lot of pressure put on me, that there's like this like identity as a folk musician, if you identify as a folk musician, to be someone who like spills your guts out, and reveals all your inner traumas. And I wanted to just be like, there should also be space for just having a good time and uh doing music, playing music and sharing music, because it's fun and we all want a little fun, especially at a time like now when the world feels increasingly chaotic and
I
stressful.
agree. I agree with that.
I don't want to be serious. I just want to, there's time to be serious, but in my art, I would rather be playful.
I agree with you, and I feel that on the record. I feel like it's a lot of hopefulness, a lot of love, a lot of you. wanting to go out there and travel. Like you definitely in Bus Baby, in the video you're traveling and stuff. We'll talk about Bus Baby because I was watching the video earlier. And then Lightning Bolt, which is, my God, that video is awesome. It reminds me of like a '90s like stop motion video. Like it just like it's great. We'll play it here as well. But so yeah, this world. I mean, honestly, you mentioned this world is chaotic, and I agree. I mean, in this time, I mean, every time I turn on the TV, which I'm not even watching like cable, I'm watching like Hulu or Peacock or any of those streaming services. All I'm getting is ads for fucking politicians. It's so tough over here in the States right now. When you want to sit back and just have some laughs, The Family Guy or The Office or any of the shows that you're watching on streaming, all you get is this chaotic bullshit of like, vote for me. This person does this,
For
and I do
sure.
this. I'll do this for you guys. No. We want to have a carefree time when we're watching TV. This is one of our stress relieving avenues. I mean, unless you're watching sporting events, which can be very stressful for any teams out there or any fans of teams out there watching. But so you're in Nova Scotia, is that correct? Am I?
That's
Okay.
right. I'm in Nova Scotia.
So, what is the plan for you to come to the States next year? What is the plan for maybe Vegas to have some heart-shaped rock of Devarrow inside of this great country of ours? When do you plan on coming to the States? Because I know you have a whole list of Canada dates already announced. You guys can see that on his website and on the socials. But what is the plan for the States?
That is a really good question that I also don't really know the answer to. I would love to come to the States, but unfortunately, the sad reality is that I think the States is quite protective of their own music industry and makes it slightly difficult for us Canadians to come down.
Isn't music supposed to be the international love language? I mean, honestly,
I would hope so. I mean, someone once told me that the passport is the best, or the guitar is the best passport you can have, which I think is true for a lot of the world, but it still is hard to get a visa to go to the States. And I would love to break the law and just go anyways, because there's clearly a lot of people down there that are digging the music I'm making, and it would be nice to play for them. But the constraints have stopped me. But that said, we'll see. I would.
It's in the hopes. It's in the cards. It's in the cards.
It's in the 2025. I would say there would be a tour in the States.
Who would you want to go on tour with in the States? And like, would you would probably want to do a headliner, of course, but also like, realistically, if you could be a support act for any band in the States, what band or artist would you want to do that with?
Yeah, I mean, I would love doing a headlining show, but and tour. But honestly, I love opening for people because it's really great to form those connections and also to have the opportunity to see another artist really doing well. I've had the chance to open for a couple artists on tours where they were, really kind of blowing up, and it was really special to be there. So I'm also totally happy to that. An American artist that I've been listening to a lot lately is John Vincent III, who's that's someone I would love to tour with. I think they've got some great tunes out right now.
Never heard of them, but I will go follow them on Spotify right now.
Yeah, they're great. They're like a folky artist. And there's definitely some more kind of like art folk stuff that I'm interested in as well. It's always kind of hard too, because you want to tour with people that I'm always caught in this zone between the artists that I like are not necessarily the artists that I would are not necessarily the music that I play, and knowing like what the balance is between touring with an artist that sounds somewhat like you versus someone that's completely different.
Then what are the artists that you listen to? What are some of the artists that you're listening to right now? Then I mean that opens another question answer there for you to answer. So what are you listening into that is not in your style and genre of music? I mean, honestly, like you said, like what is some of the stuff you're listening to? What is Graham listening to?
to go like fully left field, I've really been on a deep dive of like Celtic tin whistle music,
Wow,
which is completely out of
that
the
is.
park as far as being remotely close to what I'm making. I just like it because I think that I mean, it taps into my heritage being a maritimer from the east coast of
Mm,
Canada, and then also that it's incredible music to like swing a hammer to, and I've been doing a lot of building, and it just it's like a drug. It
that's
makes you
good.
just want to go.
That's
But
good. Well, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, I've been listening to a lot of the Chris Cohen has a new record that just came out. He's like an awesome kind of like psyche folk artist that I've been really digging his new record, and I've always been a fan of Kevin Morby. Um,
Okay,
I'd love to go see those artists play. And then, I mean, I'm someone I'm not really particular to a genre. There's lots of music I like. Um,
that's good. That's what you're supposed to be. Music. I know a lot of people don't like certain genres of music, but also like when you grow up, I think you're gonna realize that a lot of the music out there is out there for a reason. That's for people to consume, and like if not like at one part, I think in one part of your life you're like, okay, I'm gonna consume this style of music, and then later on you're like, okay, I didn't really like that as a kid or a teenager, but as an adult, it's like, okay, I understand where this music's coming from. Like, I think that's what happens with music. Am I wrong, or am I just babbling on there, Graham?
no, I mean that totally checks out to me, and it definitely changes over time. I don't listen to the same music I used to listen to, and there's a music for every age. There's a music for every time in life that creates strong memories to associate our our memories with that time. So
Definitely. Well, let's showcase some of your time and your energy and your life form that you brought to life with your new music, and let's go to one of the music videos. Which one do you want to go to off the record? You want to go to
I
Lightning
mean, a
Bolt?
nice I
Or go
think
ahead. No, go ahead.
I think a nice intro would be Bus Baby because it's a song and music video about the bus where I actually wrote a lot of these songs, and a lot of the songs were inspired from.
All right. Well, let's get to it. I'm gonna bring it up here right now on our page. It's live right now. We're gonna do it right now. Here's Bus Baby by Devarrow. Right now. Enjoy.
And every time I just call, and every time I just go, I know. Truck picking up some dust, head to the one I love. Wheels bound for the beat and the buzz. And every time I try to get there, I know that every time I try to get there alone, that you need me more than I need you. It's bus, baby, yeah. My mind's a little bit like Las Vegas. A million little worlds made of plastic bricks. More planets than time, and more time than money, I suppose. So I take another trip to the hardware store. A couple dozen nails and I'll be back for more. Don't call me babe, I'll call you. And every time I try to get there, I know that every time I try to get there alone, that you need me more than I need you. It's vice, baby, yeah.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen, there's a little taste of Devarrow, who we have here today on the show, aka his real name is Graham, and we are back with Graham right now. My oh my, I love it. I love the cheesiness of like a home video. Like it's like it just it was like when I watched that video earlier today, just to just to watch it over again and just take it in to bring in what I want to bring into the podcast. I was like, that reminds me of like a home video, and I loved it. It was just it was you. I could tell it was 100% Graham being Graham in this video. Just like say, hey, you know what? This is my song, and like you want to be serious, but you don't want to be serious. You want to be funny at times, and that was a fun time. I'm guessing you had a hell of a good time filming this and making it come to life.
I did. It was fun. I did it with a good buddy of mine, Theo Story. He's got an old Super 8 camera, so we just took that down and he was like, "What do you want me to do?" And I said, "I don't know, just let's just document a day in the life of me down at the bus." So that's what it is, and that honestly is literally what a lot of my days are, just driving around in my truck and wandering around and looking at things and making tea and yeah, and there's a little shout out to Las Vegas in there. So
yeah, I heard that.
Goes out to you.
That's what I meant earlier when we were talking off air. I said the wrong song. I was like, I know it's not Lightning Bolt. It's Bus Baby. I'm like, why did I say Lightning Bolt? But yeah, Lightning Bolt is a great song too. We're gonna talk about that here in a few, and play it as well because the video just came out about a week ago. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, a week or two ago.
Yeah, a week or two ago. No. It's out there on the YouTubes as well for everyone to partake in. So Graham, I mean, with that being said, I mean, how did you decide to pick up a pen and paper? Was this like always your? I mean, honestly, you're a carpentress. You're not a carpentress. You're a carpenter. Carpentress is not even a word. I'm making it
Whatever.
I'm sorry. You're a carpenter. You're enthusiastic about traveling. You want to show the world of Nova Scotia. When people can't go. Don't go there all the time. And to just get out there, I don't know what to say. God, I'm speechless right now for some reason. But like, what other hobbies do you enjoy? I mean, besides writing music and all that, like what does Graham's world of hobbies entail besides the common knowledge ones that we mentioned there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have a deep addiction to surfing, so that's the other one that takes up a lot of my time, and it's the killer of all intention. I have great intentions to do a lot of things, but as soon as the swell's good, it's addiction that prevails.
Like what got you into surfing? What got you into surfing? Was it like what was the whole thing that got you into surfing?
I mean, I got into surfing just because it felt like a perfect blend between some of the things I love in life, which is adventure, a meditation, a time to be with friends. It's good exercise, feels good. It's incredibly humbling. It's terrifying. Kind of all the elements of life that you kind of want summed up into one activity.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? You like the thrill of being out there on the waves and not knowing what's gonna come next?
Yeah. I mean, my friends all make fun of me. I'm in it for the bails. Like I'm in it for the wipeouts. Like I'll go into the biggest wave. I won't make it, but I'll go in.
You're like, I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna make it through it, but I will live through it. And that's awesome. I've never been surfing. I don't think I would ever want to do it. It's not.
It is terrifying. It is a humbling, terrifying thing.
I see people in those movies and stuff try to do it, and then like you see the, I don't know how many takes they have to do half the time to make that happen. Or whatever, but then you like see the surfing competitions as well, like at the Olympics. And it's like, geez, these people are insanely good, but also you don't know what kind of wave's gonna hit. It's gonna be could be a long wave, short wave, could be a fucked up
for sure
tease of a wave, and it won't work for you. You gotta be out there when the nature and the world of waves and whatever. Like, whatever causes the waves to do whatever they're doing, you can't do it. It's nature. It's fucking unpredictable.
Absolutely.
It's unpredictable.
And those pro surfers make it look so easy. It's really not.
Yeah, they do, and they win gold medals, and they represent countries. And I'm doing a podcast on music.
Amen.
So let's go down another road here with the music. What gets you going to write? Like, what do you think about when you're writing a song, or how do you do you have like a writing session time in your day, or do you just, whenever a thought comes to your head that you think might be a good song or a subject for a good song, do you just record it on your phone or write it down, or how do you go about coming together with these magical words?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it kind of just comes in waves, where, you know, I'll go long periods of not ever picking up a guitar or playing the piano or singing or anything, and then suddenly you just kind of start getting into the groove of it, and it feels to me when I do it, it's a bit of a feedback loop, that the more I'm doing it, the more I get excited about it, and then I'll really become obsessive over it and do it for a long time.
Has it ever happened to you when you were at a live show and you're performing, you're like, holy fuck, guys, time out, I have to write these notes down, I have a song idea that just popped in my head, or has that not happened yet?
No, but I have had it happen many times where I'm in a sound check. I tend to write songs while I'm sound checking for shows, because, you know, it's kind of fun when you can like hear everything, you know, in the big room, and I'll just start like workshopping songs, and the next thing you know, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta like get out my phone and record this one, and I've written a lot of songs that way, but live it's a bit harder. Although actually I did have a show recently where they wanted me to play for like 2.5 hours, and I only have like an hour and 45 of material, so I was suddenly like scrapped for material, and I just started writing songs on stage, and there was a couple that came out that I was like, oh, I wish I could have taken the time to sit down and record those, because I don't remember them anymore, but they were there.
Wow, that's crazy though, that you could do it and it worked. I mean, they probably were just, you know, fast put together songs in your head, but how many of those do you think did the audience be like, wow, this is great? Like,
I mean, everyone kept clapping the same way they did before, so something was going
hey,
on, right?
That's good. That's good.
I didn't tell anyone I was making up my song, so I don't think anyone clued on.
You could just be like, hey guys, give me words and I will put a song together. Let me freestyle this song here today.
Yeah.
And let's see what we can do. Would you ever do that? Would you ever just have you ever tried to do that? Maybe like freestyle, just like not freestyle a song, like not like a rap artist, but like put it together a song real quick about a certain subject or certain words that the audience would give you. Would you ever do that?
I think I actually have. It's been a while, but okay. I have. But the funniest one I ever saw was someone that did that with like a cookbook. They just like opened up a random page of a cookbook and then made a song about like making, I don't know, was
this on TikTok or was it on TikTok or what?
No, that was a live show. That was like at a festival.
Damn, that would have been crazy to see.
Got to bring in a little comedy into a show is never a bad idea.
I think you could do that. I think you could probably do that. I mean, honestly, I think that's another thing you might have to do: stand-up comedy. Be like, I don't know, be like how George Carlin or any of the other guys would bring. Like, I don't think George Carlin ever did it, but I know Dennis Blair or some other people that actually bring in music and act like a musician. And a comedian as well. Maybe be like Steve Martin. Be the modern day Steve Martin like he used to be on his comedy albums. That would be crazy. But let's get back to the music here. I like to do this. I like to delve in more into the music. Which song do you want to go to next? Do you want to go to another video, or do you want to go to another to a song off of the Spotify?
I mean, we could totally go to another video. I think the most recent one that just came out for Lightning Bolt is a video that I quite like. And in fact, I had nothing to do with and didn't even watch it until it came out. It was done by two really good friends of mine, Riley and Tara, who live right where I live. And, you know, I said, just go for it. And in the kind of trying to embody the ethos of this record of caring less, I decided not to watch it, and you know, I didn't want to have any input. I just wanted to see it when it was done, and it was great to trust my friends who are amazing artists to do that, and it turned out really well. So yeah, so the
Oops, hold on. Sorry.
Tara,
Let me mute it real quick so we don't have the
yeah,
stupid ad. It's like...
yeah. So Tara's the actor, and she did most of the I think the concept, and Riley's behind the camera with all the production, and they were a great team and made it happen.
Well, we got the video uploaded now, so we can get to it. That's what I was doing. I was getting the YouTube page up and ready because I watched the video earlier today, and I was like, this just reminds me of a '90s video. This is like, it's unique. I don't remember what '90s video it was that I remember seeing. Like, it was just like, it kind of just had that feeling that it was some of the '90s, but also like a lot of the, I don't know. I've seen a lot of music videos. And I can't remember what it was, but it was something this nature of like it was one person and it just followed them throughout the entire video. And I'm ruining it, guys, but we're gonna go watch it right now because you're gonna go watch it with us right here. And here we go. Let me go back over here to the Google Chrome, get this up here. But here it is, Lightning Bolt by Devarrow, and we'll be right back after this.
1, 2, 3, 4. Every morning I just wake up and I just wash my face. Go downstairs and make my breakfast, coffee and some bacon and eggs. And everyone is asking me where I'm going, but I don't even know where I've been. There's far too thoughts too many in my head now, and I just went one hell of a swim. 'Cause I'm caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt today. 'Cause I'm caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt today. And I'll be waving my hand to a friend downtown, trying to get out of a small town. Waving my hand to a friend downtown, trying to get out of a small town. He's in the car, a hammer on the hand, eagle flying over the dash. Follow it or leave it, buy it or steal it. Will you take my card over cash? And everyone is asking me where I'm going, but I don't even know where I'm in. There's far too thoughts too many in my head now, and I just want one hell of a swim. 'Cause I'm caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt today. 'Cause I'm caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt today. And I'll be waving my hand to a cop downtown, trying to get out of a small town. Waving my hand to a cop downtown, trying to get out of a small town. I want you so bad. Everyone's asking me why. I want you so bad. Everyone's asking me why. I want you so bad. Everyone's asking me why. I want you so bad. Everyone's asking me why. Cause I'm caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt today. 'Cause I'm caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt, caught in a lightning bolt today. And I'll be waving my hand to a friend downtown, trying to get out of a small town. Waving my hand to a friend downtown, trying to get out of a small town.
Right there, Devarrow with Lightning Bolt off his new album Heart Shaped Rock. and we are back with Graham. Graham, I love the video. I really do. I think it's really
Thank
cool.
you.
Especially the curtain call at the end. That was pretty awesome. And like the girl in the video did great acting, great movements, and it worked. I think it's a perfect video. I think I know you were like I didn't watch it until it came out, and like, well, what was your first thought? Like, did you like, wow, this is fucking, this is perfect. This is unique. This is like not representing the song a little bit, but also it's doing what it's supposed to do. It matches up with the song. It's I don't know. What was your thoughts? I want to know yours.
I mean, I was really excited. I was expecting it to be good because I really trust those two. They're amazing at what they do. But I had really no idea what it was going to be about. So when I saw it, I was like sick because I've always kind of wanted to have a dance video, and it worked out really well that it is a dance video, but not in kind of the traditional way. It's a bit more choppy and odd and strange, which is also something that I love for videos. So I honestly, I couldn't have been any happier.
Yeah, because she like wakes up in the beginning, starts eating a lemon, and then all of a sudden, the toaster lightning bolt, like she gains superpowers, become like a dancing, like a minuet, like a ballerina or
Yeah,
some shit. And it was
it's funny when you try to describe it, you realize it's an incredibly strange music video.
yeah, but it works. It works. We need strange music videos in 2024. Shit, we don't have
For sure.
we don't have MTV anymore. We have to rely on the
Yeah,
internet.
right.
But Graham, I mean, just to think about like strange music videos, like what are some of your favorite music videos of all time then? Like to kind of not derail the conversation, but kind of conversations on music videos since we watched the music videos for two of your songs. What are some of your music videos that you enjoyed a lot growing up, or that you can remember?
Yeah, I mean, to be entirely honest, I don't really know. I never really watched them. I didn't grow up with a TV in my house, really.
Okay.
That wasn't a thing. There was no MTV. My parents are kind of old bohemian hippies, so that it was more books and tofu at my house. And so
Books
no
and
music
tofu.
videos. Yeah, that's what we had, and some like world music. That's what was going down. Um, so honestly, I never really watched them. I have some like faint memories of certain videos, but it wasn't really a part of my upbringing. It was
Okay.
only when I became a musician myself and was told I needed to make them that I started making them. And I've honestly been quite reluctant to make them myself. Hence why it's been great to have a nice relationship with my good friends Riley and Tara, because they just go and make them and they love to do it, and
They look
I
like
can
they
just
had
trust
fun
them
with
to do
it.
it.
Riley and Tara definitely looked like they had fun with it.
Oh, they were having fun with it, and there was another video
Did you
for the
give them
song
any like?
Likewise.
Did you give them any key notes like, "Hey, this is kind of how I want stuff," or did you just say,
Nothing,
"Hey, here's your camera,
nothing.
here's your song, go to it"?
100% freedom.
Wow, and
Yeah,
it's a good video. I say they did a great job being that they're like a
yeah,
independent, like doing a music video for an independent artist that's not really signed, but you're signed to a record label, but like not like a major label. You're signed to Paperback
no,
Records, which is you know a great label from what I was looking at their other artists and all that, and I was like, wow, this is cool. I will have to get more of these artists on in the future, but yeah, um, excited to see what happens in the future for you. I mean, honestly, this record's been out for a little bit now, couple days, uh, and you know you have a lot going forward. I mean, honestly, it's October this year. You have a whole 2025 to make more waves. I mean, honestly, what are some of the goals for next year then for you? Like we already mentioned the states for sure, but what are some of the goals maybe that you have for the near future for next year for this record, or what are some of the things you want to go next? Like what's next for Graham and Devarrow?
yeah. I mean, my goal is what it kind of always has been or tried to be, which is just having fun and connecting with people. Um, And thankfully music is a great way to do that. And that's, you know, in a roundabout way why I got into playing music. And so, you know, maybe to the chagrin of my record label, my goal isn't like a billion streams or selling a million records. It's really more about just connecting with people and having the opportunity to play with and, you know, meet people who are into the music already, or and getting to have that experience. You know, they get to see the songs live, or maybe have never heard of me, and then being able to, you know, have a live show, or um, maybe not even live, you know, just like if someone stumbles upon the record and sends me an email and says, "Hey, like I've been listening to the record and it means this to me." Like that's what I want from this record.
That's
That's
awesome.
what I live for. And you know, and honestly, the coming here on this show is a part of that, you know, just being able to chat with someone who's passionate about music, and just have a conversation about the music I'm making is why I'm doing it. So thank you.
See, I want to tell you this. I really connect with music. I listen to it a lot. I listen to a lot of music here and there, like every day. Like when I can, I'll just sit there and listen. Like at work, I can't really listen to music, but when I'm at home, if I'm not listening to some other person's stream or anything, I do have my headset on. I have music. I have the radio on or whatever. I mean, honestly, like I was at a festival this past weekend, and it was just like, yeah, I'm gonna catch some of the sets of the bands. I want to see the whole set, but also like some of the artists I'll just like walk by, hear their songs, and I'll remember their songs because I know all, you know, most of the bands I knew last weekend. It was when we were Young Fest out here in Vegas, the emo
Hmm.
festival that was here, and that's kind of like the genre that got the start for my podcast. And like just seeing those bands again, like Newfound Glory and Taking Back Sunday and the Used and the, you know, Hey Mondays and Jimmy Eat World. I mean, Jimmy Eat World, I love them to death. Their music. I mean, not that I know every word to every song because I'm not that fucking smart. I'm not that knowledgeable, but just to see them perform live and see Jim Atkins and, you know, Simple Plan and Mayday Parade and fucking, you
Man,
know,
it sounds like an awesome lineup.
no, it was, and to finally see My Chemical Romance, like, yeah,
Yeah.
like, and to see Black Parade perform in its entirety, and then to see Fall Out Boy perform all their greatest hits, and just like the fans were just all enjoying it, and just like, I don't know, just I love music, and that's why I'm announcing it right now. I did purchase the ticket for the 2 day Long Beach Warp Tour next year in July, so I will be there no matter what, ladies and gentlemen. That is official. I put $10 down to lay away a ticket, and hopefully next year, New Music Inferno is better than it was ever before, with a better team of people helping this lovely podcast and network of music to grow. But that's my plan for 2025. I'm sorry, I just made the that wasn't even I wasn't even trying to segue from your 2025 to my 2025 at all. I just did that on
Hey,
the
rep it,
spot.
rep it. It's
I'm
good. It's
sorry. I'm
good.
sorry, Graham. But I appreciate having you here so much. Let's do one more song. I know we want to wrap it up here. I know you have other things going on in your life that you have to get to, like, I don't know, life in general. But I appreciate you being here so much. Uh, is there another music video that we can get to, or no? Is there? I don't have it in front of me.
Sure. I mean, we've got a couple others.
Okay. All right. Let's shoot it. Shoot it. Let's go.
And maybe I'll throw you because I had another record come out in April, so maybe I'll throw you one from April.
Okay. Let's do it.
This is the song off that record called "Kickin',"
Okay.
and also made by my good pal Riley. Um, and we did this over a day. I dressed up as an old guy, and the funny that kind of back to when you asked me what my favorite music videos were. We were joking around that I was like, I don't really listen to music videos or watch music videos, and I don't really, you know, care for them that much. And I feel like sometimes they're getting old in my head. And he's like, well, why don't you just dress up as an old guy? And so it's just me as an old guy. So this is the song "Kickin'," yeah.
This should be fun. This should be a fun time. So let's go watch it right now with us here on New Music Inferno. Here's "Kickin'" by Devarrow, and we'll be right back after this. Enjoy. Short, sweet, and to the point right there. Is Kicking by Devarrow and Graham. Dude, love the video. That was my first time seeing it.
Thank you.
I didn't go back and watch that far. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, it's all right.
But
it was a quick release on that. It was a kind of a surprise album I released in April, so didn't get a lot of press, but it's still something that's dear to me, so I thought I'd throw it in there.
you kind of look like Steve Zissou in that one outfit, and then you also look
Right on.
like a guy who was on board the ship of Jaws when you were like in the orange in the orange suit, you kind of look like Ernest Hemingway. Like honestly, I had a feeling like Ernest Hemingway a little bit. Like you're like the old man at sea, and so
Yeah,
I
great.
love it. I love it.
Great.
So I want to ask you this. Like, if you could take that, I know I should have given it to you before I went to the song, but I was happy to go to the song right away because I was like, I want to hear this stuff. I want to, but I want to know this: if you could give Kickin' to any other band or artist out there to perform in their style and genre of music, what band or artist would you want to see do that? And what, you know what? We're gonna go to another song, a quick song of yours. Let's see if we can get a quick song up here off the album, so you can get some time to think about it. So if you could give that band Kickin', what band or artist would it be, and what song of theirs would you want to do of theirs in your style? So think about that. We're gonna go to a quick song. Why not? We can do. You know what? Let's do the. You know what? Let's do Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost right here. It's a minute 43. I'll give you a minute 43 to think about it. So
Right on.
here it is. Holy Ghost off a Heart-Shaped Rock. Enjoy.
I wanna live, I wanna give, I want all of my friends just to see. I wanna dance with you. I want all of my friends just to believe. Holy Ghost, doesn't have a name. Say
Right there, Holy Ghost off a Heart-Shaped Rock. A little bit of quickness there for some time for Graham to think of the answers to that question. So, who would you want to take Kickin' and give to, so they can make it their own song?
Well, I would, and this is a shout out to my good buddies who are friends of mine and are in a band. I would love to give it to my friends who are in the band Townie. They're a band from Nova Scotia and then also the west coast of Canada, and they're awesome. They play kind of alt country music.
Townie.
Recommend everyone to check them out.
Is it Towney?
That's right, Townie.
Okay, I will check them out.
Yeah, and I would love to see them play it because they play kind of, it's all country, but they do a lot of kind of like old-timey country, and I've been listening to a lot of that recently, and it would be cool to see that song reinterpreted, maybe a bit more slowed down and with some nice vocal harmonies and some kind of older vibes.
Did I spell it right? Is it?
Townie.
Oh, NIES. Townies, right?
Or Townie.
That's
NIE. They're not a very big band, but they are
Oh,
they're starting to do really well.
TWNIE. Okay, so no O.
TOWNIE.
Oh, okay, found it now. Okay, there's so many people. Like there's so many different people. All right, got it. They have the
Wait,
last Saxam session. Is that right? Somewhere new.
uh,
Is it them?
the
Hold on.
Townie, they're
Is it a guy?
yeah, that's it.
T-
The Laxam session. That's
okay,
right.
all right. I just wanted to look them up. I can listen to them. Sorry, Graham. So I was like, all right, I can't find it. There's so many different ways to spell it. Am I finding it? But that's awesome. I will check them out. And so alt folk, country rock. That's cool. I will check them out.
Yeah, yeah.
So what song of theirs would you want to do then in your style?
I would love to do Up and Down.
Up
It's
and
my
Down?
my favorite song by them. It's off their first record. I think it's just self-titled.
Okay.
Oh, and it's a fantastic song. It's written and sung by my friend Theo Story.
Okay.
And it's just good old classic country folk rock.
I will check them out. I will have to check them out. I like listening to different stuff when I get recommendations from the artists that come on the show. So everyone go check out Townie. But right now, go pick up Heart Shaped Rock. Go listen to it on Spotify. Get him to come to the States. Definitely Nashville. I think Nashville would be hot for you. Also, I think Austin would be great for you. Austin City Limits,
Yeah.
maybe.
I mean, funny,
Um,
I tried to go to Nashville and a tornado went through there 3 days before I was supposed to go. And then
oh,
I was supposed to go to Austin and then COVID happened. So
oh
I've tried
God,
both times. And maybe
gosh,
third time's the try.
yeah,
Or
that's
maybe
how.
third time's the charm, whatever
Hey,
they say.
that was the way it was with my chem. First year, '05, I was supposed to go see them at Warped Tour, and a friend had to bail me on a ride. In 2020, I won tickets to their reunion tour in 2020 for the reunion tour that was supposed to happen later that year from the radio station, like right the month before COVID, and when they came back and did the reunion tour after COVID, the promoter for the show wasn't recognizing the tickets from the radio station, so I couldn't
Ah.
go. So finally, last weekend, I got to go see him. So
Hey, cheers, man. That's great.
third time's the charm for you to come to the States. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, that's right. That's
So,
right.
before we go any further, before we wrap this up, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you on the World Wide Web, where they can pick up the record Heart Shaped Rock, and anything else you want to say to the listeners out there watching around the world.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, people can find me wherever they generally find music on the internet, and it's just Devarrow. I'm a reluctant social media guy, but I do post there because I've got friends that like to see what's up, and I like to share where I'll be next and where I'm doing tours and stuff. And that's just wherever you go on the old social media. And I think just the most important thing is just like stay tuned for shows, because my favorite thing is to see people at shows, and yeah, seeing people connect with the music online. So wherever you are, just come and find it. Yeah.
Go do that. Go find them. I'm sorry. I'm just looking to see what is for somebody to raid when we get out of here, so we can raid somebody on Twitch. So I found somebody that we're gonna raid, but go pick up the record, Graham. I appreciate every single second that we had here today with you. I mean it. It was an honor and privilege to have you here, calling in all the way from Canada. I do want to come see you in the States. I do want to have you come out here in Vegas. I would love to see you perform out here. I think somebody should book these guys, book you on a tour. I think a perfect band. I think that would be perfect for you to open for, is the Head and the Heart.
Oh yeah, I like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Head and the Heart.
If anyone knows the Head and the Heart, hit me up. I would love to tour with
Yeah.
them. So
I've seen them. They're really good live. And I've seen them twice. Once with my wife, and then once earlier this year, they performed at the Virgin Theater, and it was amazing with the Revivalists.
yeah, nice.
That was an amazing show. So Graham, congratulations on this record.
Thank you.
Best of success to you and to your friends as well in Canada. to Riley and
Tara.
Tara. I knew it began with a T. It was on the tip of my tongue. And I was like, like I had it right here because it was you said it a couple times, and I was like, oh, Riley and Tara, and everyone else who's been involved with this project. I mean, honestly, you have the right people. I want to thank Annie for setting this up over there. Your PR firm that you have you. You know, it's been great to have you here, and I wish you the best of luck. We're going to raid out to our friend Nelson Bullock. He's playing a little college football. For everyone out there getting ready for the weekend, I just want to raid out to him because he's a good dude, and I think he would love the support as well, like we do. But Graham, have a great rest of your day. Continue
Thank you, you
success.
too.
And
And
well, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I appreciate your fun style of interviewing. It's nice, and as I said, that's kind of what this whole record's about. So it's nice to have it continued on in the way that you interview. So
Well,
appreciate
thank you. It's what I do. I think some people adore it, some people hate it. But it's me. I enjoy music. Yeah. I do like to get into nitty gritty a little bit with musicians, but when I feel like the questions are already being answered, I don't have to ask those questions because those questions are already said in what you've been saying the entire time. So
For sure.
I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're gonna go right over to Nelson Bullock. We'll be back next week with more musicians. Just check out our Twitter, New Music Inferno. My Twitter, JR from New Music Inferno, or JR from NMI is the Twitter, and you know all that kind of stuff. Just stay tuned. We have a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of gaming as well, like we normally do here on Twitch. But guys, love y'all. Peace out. Let's go over to Nelson right now.